What's going on? This is Alan Brown, aka Bully the Kid, and today I have a Jackson Pro Series Spectra bass SBA 5. It's a neck through design, 3-band EQ, multi-switch, active passive with Nordstrom pickups, but we'll get into a few more of those details just a little bit. Kick that intro. All right, so like I quickly said in the very beginning, these are Nordstrom single coil pickups. These are, I believe, the SB5 or the SBN series, I believe. Let me see. Yes, these are the SB5 series from Nordstrom here. There's a 3-band EQ on this bad boy. Goes bass, middle, treble. Have a blend here. Have a volume here. You have your 3-way switch for mid frequencies manipulation, and then you have an active or passive switch here. I did not find a tone on this in the passive mode, so it could just be volume and blend. Maybe there's a tone there, but I didn't hear any difference, so that may be something I experiment or try to find out later. But for the most part, you have the ability to play your bass even when you don't have battery left in your bass. And that's actually very convenient. Makes for very strong reliability if you need it out there. So this bass is actually neck through design, and it has a insert like where your hand can go, so you have access, full access to every one of the 24 frets that's on here. The fretboard material is a caramelized Jatoba. Looks beautiful, has abalone inlays. The back of the bass itself is maple, walnut, maple, walnut, maple. And yeah, the top is also a laminate with multiple woods on it. I don't want to get it wrong, so let me go ahead and look up here. And it is ash, walnut, maple, walnut, and then mahogany. That's what the body material is. Body finish is satin on this particular model. Has Dunlop dual locking strap buttons. And it is 35-inch scale length. Didn't know that. That's pretty awesome. I think this is my first 5-string Jackson bass. This is the first real Jackson bass that I've like got my hands on, aside from the Minion, you know. That's a fun little dude, but I don't know if I could gig with that and stuff like that. It's great for practice, great for travel, but I don't know about gigging. This one, I could definitely take this out just based on how it looks. You know what I'm saying? So that's my personal opinion. Little disclaimer here. There are locking pins to keep these saddles in place. I did not check the saddles, so they moved or they slid in the track here. So if the intonation isn't all the way 100, I'll fix it on the next one. I just wanted to go ahead and get this done and put the new strings on it, which are MJC nickel plated strings, and that's my go-to. That is my go-to. That's what I use on my basses. They sound great, snappy. That's how I like it, so that's what I use. But let's get into what this thing actually sounds like. All right, so we're gonna start between both pickups. Everything is completely flat, and it's gonna be in the middle position on the 3-way switch, though I don't know if it's gonna actually matter as far as sound goes as to where that switch is, because I haven't boosted up mids or anything yet. So I'm gonna mess with it, do a groove, go through the 3-way, see if I hear any differences or anything like that, so y'all can learn with me. I didn't hear much difference between flipping the switches and stuff like that. I moved towards the mid register a little bit just to see if maybe I was playing too low and stuff, or maybe playing too staccato, doing a little bit too much as far as dynamics goes. And I really didn't hear anything. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that once we get to where the mid is supposed to speak its volumes, then we're going to actually hear what this switch is doing and what frequencies it's going to lock into. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into, let's go ahead and get into the pickups. So everything's flat still. Okay, flat, flat, flat. I'm going to roll to the back pickup, and this is what we got. Now, what I will say is, because this is a single coil situation, you do have the hum that comes in whenever you go to a specific pickup. So that's going to be there, right? Let's go ahead and go to the neck pickup and do the same thing. Okay. All right, so we heard what each one of them sounds like separately. We heard them together. Let's go ahead and get to this EQ manipulation. So we're gonna boost up bass here and run a groove and see what goes on. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take bass out, run that same groove type, kind of see what's going on. This is between both pickups. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the mid. So right now, I'm thinking that the mid frequency switches should be able to do something with the sound of the bass. So let's go ahead and hop into that and see what's going on with it. Let's boost mid all the way up, and I'll start in the top position on the three-way switch, and this is what we got. Okay, so that proves what I thought was going to be the case. Whenever I took the bass, or it was at normal situation, you really couldn't hear much variance. But when you boost that characteristic there, then you could actually hear that it's like 3 different bass tones and stuff like that. So, question you might ask: when would you need this? So, the acoustics of a room, if you're going to play a gig, every room is a little bit different. Some rooms are more empty. So things get a little bit more airy. There may be some reverb there. You may get lost in the mix of all the reverb of all the instruments playing with you. So a frequency switch or a frequency knob kind of dials in the frequency that fits the room so that you can stick out in the mix. For me right now, I'm in a room that's by myself, and I don't have to worry about that type of thing happening because I'm by myself. So you can actually hear the dynamics of what this can do for your playing, your style, depending on what room you're in. There's also levels of you dialing back mids and all that good stuff. But yeah, so that was with the mids boosted and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and cut those out. Bass is in the center, trebles in the center. All right, everything. I just got to make sure everything is straight up. And then the three-way switch is up top again. We're going to see if that does anything. I don't think it will, but we'll see. Woo. Okay, let's go ahead and let's go to a different switch and see what happens. So I did that whole little situation. Okay, so I stand corrected. It does do stuff in the in all positions, should be. So it did it in whatever I had the mids boosted. It was very pronounced, and then when I was doing a little solo stuff, then it popped out again. So I stand corrected. It does work in all adjustments of the mid frequency. So that's nice. All right, so let's bring that back to the center, which means I have to be conscious of what I'm doing as far as EQing on this bad boy. So that's nice. Yeah. So let's go and boost treble all the way up. The mid frequency is in the center, and this is what we got. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that, but it does sound pretty crispy. Let's take the treble all the way out. Okay, that actually sounds pretty dope as well. So everything back in the center. Okay, what does this bad boy slap like? We're about to find out. So let's go ahead and do a little something like this. Yes. Yes. Okay. So that was the center position on the mid frequency switch. Let's give her one more. Okay, the last one was the bottom. So I'm gonna put it back in the center and I'm gonna go ahead and super scoop this bad boy. I'm gonna take out mid. I'm still gonna leave bass in the center for now. And I'm gonna leave treble in the center for now. And then I'm gonna swap it and then add more bass and more treble, keep mids out. And we'll see where we're at. Okay, now super scoop time. Boost and bass, boost and treble. This should be a hi-fi slap, horrific type situation going on here. So here we go. Up position. Okay, this is the down position. So I feel like my time has been far spent on this. Needless to say, I like it. I like it. So yeah, this has been, you know, the Jackson Pro Series Spectra bass SBA 5. This is, yeah, man, it's got that thing. It's got that thing. I think this goes for just under 1K. And this is a brand new release from Jackson. Special thanks to Jackson for sending me out this thing to let me run it through its paces and see what it's all about. I appreciate it. It is dope. I like it a lot. This may be my gigging bass for right now, because, you know, take out the baby I just got. Don't want nobody else to touch it, but I would maybe possibly let somebody play this one. Maybe. Probably not. But time will tell. Speaking of time, time is far spent. So till next time, I've been Alan Brown, aka Bully the Kid. Y'all be easy.